Hello, hope you're doing well, and welcome to my SMITE 2 Guan Yu guide. Guan Yu, the Saint of War, rides into battle with unmatched courage and a steadfast spirit, cutting through chaos with his massive Guan Dao and shielding his allies with unwavering resolve. A master of battlefield leadership, Guan Yu excels at both supporting his team and pressuring his enemies, making him one of the most dependable frontliners in SMITE 2. Guan Yu is a melee hybrid bruiser with a unique mix of sustained mobility and team utility. He brings healing, crowd control, and cooldown reduction to the table, all while dishing out consistent damage and stripping enemy defenses. Whether he's diving into the backline, keeping his team healthy, or leading the charge on objectives, Guan Yu brings in unmatched pressure to every single fight. And in this guide, I'll be teaching you absolutely everything you need to know to master Guan Yu's abilities, combos, roles, builds, and much more. If you find this video helpful, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, as I'll be covering every god in the game. Also, feel free to join the Discord server if you want to ask any questions, share builds, or just hang out with a friendly, toxic-free SMITE community. Now let's take a closer look at Guan Yu's abilities. Guan Yu's passive is Battle Fervor, which grants him stacks of fervor when dealing or taking damage. Each stack increases his attack speed, and once fully stacked, he gains even more bonus attack speed. This passive rewards aggressive and sustained combat, allowing Guan Yu to ramp up his damage and output the longer he stays engaged. It also synergizes well with his core abilities, which benefit from frequent usage and consistent uptime. His first ability, Conviction, is a short area heal that restores health to himself and nearby allies. While it may seem simple at first, Conviction is one of Guan Yu's most powerful tools because of how flexible it is. It can be cast during any of his other abilities, which allows him to weave it in seamlessly into his combos. More importantly, healing allies with Conviction also reduces cooldowns for both Guan Yu and his teammates affected, giving your team a powerful tempo advantage in extended fights. Guan Yu's second ability is Warrior's Will, a forward dash that deals damage and slows all enemies it passes through. If he hits enemy gods, he also reduces his cooldowns. This ability is vital for both engaging and disengaging, and it gives him a reliable source of soft crowd control. When used in conjunction with Conviction, it allows Guan Yu to dash through enemies while healing his team and speeding up his cooldown rotation. His third ability, Tallow Assault, is a multi-hit flurry of strikes that deal physical damage over 3 seconds. Every hit also steals protections from enemies, making them easier for you and your allies to kill while increasing Guan Yu's own defenses in the process. This ability scales with attack speed, meaning the faster you attack, the more times it will hit. It's great for both wave clear and shredding tanks, and it synergizes nicely with his passive to keep him in fights longer. And finally, Cavalry Charge is Guan Yu's ultimate and one of the most iconic initiations in SMITE. Guan Yu mounts his warhorse, becoming immune to crowd control and striking all enemies he rides through. Each hit deals more damage to enemies previously struck. And after dismounting, he delivers a powerful final blow that stuns all enemies hit. This ability is fantastic for engaging in teamfights, locking down key targets, and disrupting the enemy formation. It's also useful defensively if you need to escape or peel for allies. Now that you know exactly what Guan Yu's abilities do, let's start talking about how to use them in combos. Guan Yu's combos are all about flow and flexibility. His kit is designed to cycle smoothly from one ability to the next, and while there are a few go-to sequences, the real strength of his playstyle comes from how easily you can adapt your combo order based on the situation. Whether you're engaging, peeling, diving, or healing, Guan Yu's tools can be rotated in different ways to suit the moment. That said, here's a standard combo that works great in most one-on-one or small skirmish scenarios. Start with Tallow Assault to begin stealing protections and applying consistent pressure. Then weave in an auto attack as the channel ends, follow that up with a Conviction to heal yourself and your teammates. Then land another auto attack before finishing with Warrior's Will to dash through the enemy, applying a slow and reducing your cooldowns. Weaving in an auto attack between abilities is key here, especially since Guan Yu benefits from stacking Battle Fervor to increase his attack speed and sustain momentum. If you need to close the gap, feel free to start this combo with Warrior's Will, then go straight into the rest. And if your allies need healing immediately, don't hesitate to use Conviction early, even if it means losing out on an auto attack cancel. Survival takes priority. For a full teamfight combo, or when you need to make a strong initiation, you'll want to start with Cavalry Charge. Use it to engage from a distance, dive into a clumped group of enemies, or bypass crowd control thanks to his CC immunity it provides. Once you've ridden through your target and landed the final stun, immediately cast Tallow Assault to shred their protection. Then auto attack and follow up with Conviction to heal and reduce cooldowns. Drop in another auto attack, then use Warrior's Will to keep the pressure, reapply your slow, and keep the cooldown reduction cycle going. This combo is especially effective in team fights where you can hit multiple enemies with your ultimate and provide massive utility through your AoE healing and ability spam. GUAN YU's combos are built on rhythm, ability auto, and so on and so forth. As long as you stay in motion and manage your spacing, you'll be able to rotate through your kit efficiently while keeping your team healthy and your enemies on the back foot. If you want to see these combos in action, check out my channel where I've posted some GUAN YU gameplay videos that will demonstrate these strategies in real matches. And consider following me on Twitch for live gameplay. It's a bit of a different experience from the YouTube videos, leaning heavily on play-by-play commentary, and it's also a good way to ask questions directly. So I hope to see you on my next Twitch stream. Now that you know exactly how to play GUAN YU, let's talk about where you'll be playing him. GUAN YU thrives in the solo lane where his natural sustained pressure and scaling make him an absolute powerhouse. His ability to outlast opponents in trades with conviction combined with Tello Assault's protection shred and his passive scaling attack speed, giving him strong lane control and excellent survivability. He can push waves efficiently, duel other warriors or bruisers, and rotate with his ultimate to assist in early skirmishes or objective fights. Late game, his presence only grows stronger, offering healing, disruption, and initiation to every teamfight. Solo is unquestionably his best role. GUAN YU is also a fantastic support pick. While unconventional compared to traditional guardians, he brings a strong mix of utility and frontline presence. His conviction provides consistent AoE healing, his Warrior's Will offers heal or initiation with its slow, and Cavalry Charge gives you one of the best backline dives or initiation tools in the game. He can sustain his ADC through trades in the early game. He'll function as a secondary tank or initiator in the late game. Just do be mindful of your build path. He thrives with cooldown and sustain over hard tank stats early on. While not his primary role, GUAN YU can function well in the jungle. When built properly, his Warrior's Will allows him to move between camps and gank lanes with decent reliability, and Conviction gives him incredible sustain while clearing. His ganks are strong once he hits level 5, as Cavalry Charge can give an excellent way to lock down enemies for follow-up damage. His cooldown base kit works well in the jungle tempo, but be aware that his clear speed and mobility aren't as explosive as some of the other characters in this category. So proper rotations is key. GUAN YU is not suited for ADC. He lacks range basics, he has no scaling for traditional auto attack builds, and brings nothing that aligns with the typical goals of an ADC. While he can trade and sustain in lane, he doesn't provide the consistent DPS or objective damage that this role demands. His design is meant for brawling and supporting, not range poke or turret shredding, so this is a role best avoided. And finally, GUAN YU also does struggle in mid lane. His melee range puts him at a disadvantage against most mages, and while he has wave clear and sustain, he lacks long range pressure or burst damage that a mid laner typically revolves around. He can't zone or control space the way a traditional mage can, unless you're trolling and trying something extremely niche. This is not a random role for him. With all that being said, these are just recommendations. If you found success playing GUAN YU outside of his usual roles with a certain build, that's great. Play what works for you and have fun experimenting. Now that you know where GUAN YU fits on the battleground, let's talk about how to build him for success. I can't give you an exact build for GUAN YU as items in SMITE 2 often go through changes and fall in and out of the meta, but I can tell you which stats to focus on and suggest some core items. When it comes to build diversity, GUAN YU is insanely versatile. His hybrid scaling, team utility, and flexibility in role options allow him for an incredible number of viable build paths. Whether you're playing him as a healing tank, a damage dealing bruiser, or a frontline support, or something in between, GUAN YU can be molded into exactly what your team needs. The possibilities are truly endless, and this section will serve as a way to help you understand the core stats and item types you should look for depending on your chosen role and playstyle. If you're going for spam healing tanky frontline build with a splash of damage, you'll want to focus on intelligence, cooldown reduction, and protections. These stats allow you to heal more often, stay alive longer, and keep your team sustained through fights. Excellent items for this setup include Breastplate of Valor, Genji's Guard, Sphere of Negation, Gladiator Shield, Phoenix Shield, and Pridwin. They let you cycle your abilities quickly and survive through heavy pressure, all while offering some bonus team utility. For protection and attack speed bruiser style build, the goal is to enhance your basic attacks, durability, and ultimate damage while staying durable. Items like Berserker Shield, Shogun's Afuda, Pharaoh's Curse, Void Shield, Shifter Shield, and Leviathan's Hide are perfect for creating a high-pressure, fast-hitting, tanky menace who can disrupt team fights and still pump out damage. If you're playing GUAN YU in support, you'll want to focus mostly around your healing and cooldown reduction. alongside team utility. Similar to the healing tank path, but with even more utility-based items, great picks include Talisman of Purification, Amanita's Charm, Screeching Gargoyle, Stampede, Mantle of Discord, and Shield Splitter. These items allow you to reduce damage taken by allies, cleanse debuffs, apply harmful auras, and keep frontline stabilized. And finally, for a damage-focused build, you'll want to stack Strength, Cooldown, and Protection Shred. This route is great if you want to focus on an ability damage poke and combo execution playstyle. Items like Transcendence, the Crusher, Hydra's Lament, Tekokage, Heartseeker, and Titan's Bane are all great options to bring Guan Yu's offensive potential while still letting him contribute meaningfully in fights. Now remember that these items are just suggestions as they depend on variables such as your situation, team composition, and enemy team composition. Furthermore, as I mentioned earlier, items are buffed, they're nerfed, falling in and out of the meta. That being said, the stats themselves are consistent, so it doesn't really matter which items you buy as long as you focus on the stats that your character requires. But if you do want completed builds, feel free to join my Discord server where I or other community members can help you with your builds or any other questions you may have. And as I mentioned, if you want some non-toxic friends to play Smite with, our Discord server is the perfect place for you. Now that should be the end of the video, however I wanted to leave you off with some tips and tricks to help you the next time you pick up Guan Yu. My first tip is to keep your fervor up. Guan Yu's battle fervor passive is a huge part of his strength, granting increased attack speed that longer you stay active in combat. Look for safe ways to poke, trade, or heal during downtime to keep your fervor stacks high before key fights. Walking into a teamfight with full stacks gives you better healing, smoother combos, and noticeable spikes in sustained damage. Don't wait to build momentum, bring it with you. Tip number 2 is to weave auto attacks in between abilities. While Guan Yu is a heavily ability focused warrior, weaving in auto attacks between each cast is still essential for optimal play. Not only does it help you keep fervor stacked, but it also enhances your pressure between cooldowns. Especially when comboing with Hollow Assault, basic attacks fill the gaps and let you cancel animations cleanly, making your gameplay feel not only smoother but also more efficient. Whether you're playing tanky or damage heavy, the rhythm of ability auto attack ability is key. Tip number 3 is use Conviction smartly in combos. One of the most overlooked mechanics in Guan Yu's kit is Conviction. It can be cast mid-animation during other abilities. This means you can heal while dashing, mid-flurry, or even while mounting your ultimate. Using it is flexible to your advantage. Cast Conviction mid-combo to keep your team healthy, reduce cooldowns, or sneak in a quick heal without delaying your rotations. It's especially useful in chaotic fights with every second counts. Also do remember that it does have an auto attack chain cancel alongside it. And finally, Cavalry Charge is more than just a damage tool. Guan Yu's ultimate isn't just damage, it's one of the best initiations and CC immunity tools in the game. Use it for safely start team fights, chase down priority targets, or escape dangerous situations while shrugging off crowd control. Don't be afraid to use it defensively when necessary, especially to reposition, avoid hard CC, or stall for cooldowns. And remember, the more enemies you ride through, the stronger the final stun will be, so plan your route carefully. And that's it, you've reached the end of the Guan Yu guide. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out my other SMITE 2 guides and subscribe for more content. If you have any questions, join my Discord for more tips and a friendly community of SMITE players, and finally follow me on Twitch if you want to watch me play SMITE live or ask any questions directly. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Bye!